Hello again everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 3. We are back here just outside of Nilfgaard and we have some decisions to make now. So we could return to the main quest line and potentially go and just tell Priscilla about what we found out about Dudu, or we could go to Dijkstra and meet him at the Passiflora because he has said that he wants Geralt's assistance in attempting to assassinate King Radovid, which would cause a massive tectonic shift in how in the world. Because, like I say, I like the idea of Radovid being deposed because he is turning into a madman, like truly he is. However, if he dies, then Emir and Nilfgaard have no big figure of resistance against their invasion of the north. So, maybe, but ultimately, even if Radovid did win, if Radovid did win the war against Nilfgaard, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually think is massively likely anyway. Then, even if he was in charge of the North, the fact that he is... he's turning Redania into a militaristic kind of state. Because like Dijkstra said, you know, him and Vizimir built Redania into a strong kingdom through tact, diplomacy, trade, you know, a good economy, everything else, and basically Radovid is now just turning into a well, I don't even know how to describe it. A fear-inducing state, pretty much. So I kind of agree with Dijkstra in the fact that Radovid, I don't think in the long term is going to be a good king. Maybe in the short term, like I say, he does offer a good figure to lead against Nilfgaard, but someone's getting grilled there, I see. Poor woman. I'll tell you what. If we go and speak to Priscilla first, before anything else. All right, chill. And then we'll kind of try and make a bit more progress with the main plot, since we just kind of need to tidy this up now. After we killed Horston and whatnot, we need to kind of properly set this in motion, because we need to know where Dudu is, and then we need to try and get him to play as Caleb Menga, so we can get Dandelion out of the dungeon which he is currently apparently stuck in underneath Temple Isle. Because he's due to be transferred to Oxenford, but obviously only Menga can make that decision, and Menga is very dead right now. I'd be surprised if nobody knows that Menga is dead. Nobody knows that Menga is dead by this point. But we will find out. First things first, we'll go and speak to Priscilla the Calnetta, and then we'll go from there. Right, Priscilla.
Think I know how to free Dandelion. Got a plan, but we need Dudu. Gotta find him.
This plan? What is it?
Our Doppler friend will assume Menga's form. Order Dandelion move to Oxenford. We can grab him on the way.
Brilliant. But how do you aim to find Dudu?
You're his friend. Any idea where he might be hiding?
With a Doppler, the question's never where, but as whom?
Of course, he might be masquerading as someone else.
Facing trouble, he'd disappear, then reappear on the morrow with someone else. But this time he hasn't returned.
How long have you known Dudu?
Known Dudu long.
I know this might sound strange, but I can't be sure. It seems you've been circling me for some time in various forms, trying to attract my attention.
Can't blame him for making the effort.
Thank you. I failed to notice him at first. Then he decided to shoot the moon, assume Dandelion's form.
Oh, jeez.
What tipped you off? How'd you know it wasn't Dandelion? Due to not much of a singer.
No. He simply spoke about something other than himself.
Brilliant. Right, we've got to convince him to come out of hiding.
Convince Dudu to reveal himself. Any friends we could leave a message with, someone he trusts.
Dandelion? Irina Reynolds' troop, that's all really. Not certain he was friendly with anyone else. Spent dawn till dusk with the troop, on stage or in the crowd.
So he liked going to the mummings.
Yes, I'm actually surprised he didn't come to us after it all happened. He certainly could have counted on the Foxen's help.
So if these mummers are ready to help...
We need only mention Dudu. Irina and company are deeply...
Okay, so we can maybe use Arena then.
Dudu and the mummers, how'd they meet?
That was my doing.
Dudu and the Mummers.
Some opening night.
Sounds like a great
Max
80s band.
comatose in his wardrobe, drunk as an otter. I thought of Dudu. Hard to imagine a better actor than a Doppler.
And Dudu revealed himself to them just like that?
I didn't think it wise to tell anyone. But Dudu and Irina took to each other completely, and right away, he fell so hopelessly in love with the theatre.
That he started performing with you?
Yeah. Now Irina feels terribly guilty. They let him put himself in danger. She can't forgive herself.
Maybe we could use a play. You know, work a message to Dudu into something. Lure him out of hiding that way.
Not a bad idea, but I doubt a few lines would suffice. Besides, do you really think Dudu whiles away his days attending mummings he knows by heart?
So what do you suggest?
We must write an entire new play.
Oh my god.
Something grand.
This is an
Something that will
undertaking.
grab Dudu's attention. So most importantly, it must have a splendid title. It must be the talk of the town. If you wish, we can start on it right away.
Don't know that I can write a play.
Not sure I'm cut out to write a play. Maybe you're better off doing this on your own.
It's sure to go quicker if you help me. You'll see, we'll have a grand time together.
I'm sure we will. Alright, we'll get to work on the play.
Alright. Guess we can start writing.
Garrett writing a play is a hilarious idea.
Actually, I was hoping.
The key is to convince Dudu that he can rely on you, and that we wish to free Dandelion. The message must be clear, though naturally woven into the play's dramaturgical essence, meaning we need an appropriate dramatic structure.
Jesus Christ, this is intricate. More or less, yeah.
More or less.
That'll do. Now to find the proper expressive form for our content. A gripping, contemporary story, that would be best. Perhaps about the condottieri of Povis. I know. Lorenzo Molla. A tale of a handsome but ruthless bandit, and the Doppler who manages to fool him. But now the Doppler must hide, and can only count on the help of his friend, who's a witcher, who in turn is prepared to do anything to save his no, better, his beloved. What do you think?
It's a good idea, yeah.
Sounds great.
Really think so? Lorenzo Molla. Yeah. Or perhaps not. Wait, I've got it! We shall stage a story of the urchin of Erlenwald. Secret lovers, their betrothed one, a curse, a cruel queen, bells sounding midnight.
But
At which point he reveals his face. He's a monster, there to steal Princess Pavere. They want him dead, but at that instant a witcher steps in. And everything ends splendidly. So it's settled, yeah? You wish to say something?
Do I get a say in any of this?
will I get a say in any of this, or have you decided everything already?
Why are you cross? It's the nature of the creative process. We toss around ideas and choose the best ones.
I mean, I
Meaning yours.
Well, you must admit I'm better acquainted with the theatre. Naturally, you'll play
I
a
literally
part
just said you can do it by yourself, and you said, no,
Contribute to the
you can
work
help
as
me.
a whole. Dandelion will explain how it works later.
Jeez, okay, I need a good title.
We need a good
Whatever's
title.
going on.
Venture to say that's more important than the story itself.
I've some ideas. Perhaps you can choose.
Can I
Okay.
consider my opinion this time?
Of course. We're partners in this. I'm just in charge. I've two really good ones.
Okay.
The Doppler's Salvation and A Changeling Rescued or the Witch's Triumph. Which do you prefer?
We'll do a changeling rescue to the Witch's Triumph.
A changeling rescued, or the Witcher's Triumph. Really emphasizes the message we're trying to get across. Just one problem. No Dopplers in that story. Just a princess and a cursed urchin.
Nothing simpler. We need merely swap the Doppler in for the urchin. The message, that's what's important. A Witcher arrives and saves the Doppler. Got it?
Got it.
All right. So it's a comedy.
I was thinking more along dramatic lines. But if you prefer something lighter... Listen, merely decide and I'll get to work.
No, we'll go drama.
You're right. A drama'd be better.
Very well. I must get to work. While you must pick a corner. Sit down, read silently, or just think. All right?
Fine, since you don't need help with the writing.
Geralt, wait. A rhyme for Witcher?
Stitcher.
Did Itcher?
Ugh. Just keep quiet.
Fucking thank you very much. You asked. Wow. Geralt's worked himself out there.
I could make a small masterpiece of this had I a bit more time, but...
We're fresh out of that. The hidden message to Dudu. What did you weave in?
Hidden message?
You were gonna work something in, like come to the Kingfisher at dawn, or...
That wouldn't be in keeping with the tone of the play. Not at all.
You wrote it to contact Dudu. That was the purpose.
Ah.
Fine. So how do you see this working?
I don't know. I was counting on recognizing him by his scar. Or just improvising. Shall we worry about that later? First, you must take the script to Madame Irina. Sure you know where to find her? The troupe performs in the butcher's yard off the main square.
Join us later. See ya.
Okay. Take the script to Arena Renard. I can do that. Changing rescued. Witches, to slay beasts most foul, 'twas for this I was made. I kill as my calling, not just to get paid. Threatening. Witcher, perhaps midst the guests he hides in fear. Seems men's hearts can love for changelings foster, but a heart that is base, such as in this knave aches. No monster is he whose shape can shift. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm honestly not certain what that means, but I'm sure that it's some deep play meaning which I just don't get. Anyway, let's go and see Dijkstra at the Passiflora, because I'm very interested to see where this plot's gonna go myself.
Sod off.
And again, I'm interested. I'm interested to see if we have a choice in how this plot plays out. Whether or not we can just say no, we're not interested, or anything along those lines. We're too high up here, aren't we? I think we need to be on the lower level for this. Do we not? Or is? Oh no! No! This is right. Passiflora is correct. I was thinking of his bathhouse again.
Such lovely natural surroundings.
Geralt, greetings. Come now, darling, don't be shy.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm here to...
Speak softly. I know very well why you're here.
Ooh, she's in on it. Okay.
They await. This way, please.
Dragon Mountains.
This way. Upstairs.
Oh, a secret hideaway. Okay, thank you very much, madame. There's a bandit.
Witcher Geralt, up you go. Boss has been waiting.
Okay. There's the man. This little private little room here.
Geralt,
Very fancy.
You're here. Good.
Might have chosen a more secluded spot to plot an assassination.
It's on everyone's mind. Many would like to do it, so there's nothing to fear. Besides, this venue's got a tradition in this domain. Might even consider it fabled. Folka planned her revolt here. By extension, King Vrydank's murder too.
Comparing yourself to Folka? Far as I can recall, no one in Redania's annals has a bloodier reputation.
Her rebellion changed the course of history. That's what we have in common. In terms of blood, we aim only to shed Radovid's.
Easier said than
You're
done.
willing to play a part. Must admit, I wasn't certain you'd show.
Right, down to business.
Got your invitation. Decided to come. That's simple. Let's get down to business.
I believe you know my associate.
Roach, you here?
Oh jeez, it's Roach. What the fuck?
Retired intelligence operatives. We have a club.
Defended a king once. Ready to assassinate another now?
Not proud of it, yet. I considered all the options and found none.
He's been working with Radovid as well.
Radovid's proven many times he only ever forwards his own interests. When Kedwin asked for help, he invaded. When I begged him to support Vizima's defense, he showed me the door. The war nears its end. We've come to a decisive phase. We must act quickly. I've no illusions. Only a dead Radovid means a free Temeria.
What do you mean?
How's that work? Seems to me Radovid is Temeria's ally.
Only as long as my guerrillas do what pleases him. Support his troops. Once he wins the war, he won't acknowledge the previous borders, nor wish to restore them. He dreams of a northern empire. As long as he lives, Temeria will never be free.
But we didn't
think he's
bring
got a
you
point
here to
there.
bore you with politics.
I just realised I don't have any
Radovid's
boots on.
Triss and Yennefer.
Awkward.
Remember that. That ought to interest you most.
What do you want from me?
All right. What do you want from me?
One of our co-conspirators ventured out to meet an informer. He's not returned, yet the plan's success hinges on what he's learned. We've got to find him. And you're the best tracker around.
Tracker, huh? Really? Anything else you can tell me? Where this associate was last seen, for instance?
He's travelling as a journeyman, itinerant cobbler, that's his cover. He was first to venture across the Pontar, most probably did so via the Redanian checkpoint, with a man there who should know more, calls himself Gregor.
Okay, got informers in the Redanian army.
Let a Redanian soldier in on your plan to murder Redania's king?
You see, there are even some Redanians who cannot abide Radovid's policies.
I can believe that.
And when simple soldiers notice something's not quite right, well, then it's time to act.
I'll find your associate.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
talk
interested
to
in this.
Gregor.
Thank you.
Roach does have a point.
And try not to draw too much attention, if you can. Remember, the future hinges on the success of this mission. The future of Temeria. The future of the North.
I know. I'll try not to fuck it up. See ya.
We're counting on you, Geralt.
But again, remember, if Radovid dies,
See you come in.
No one apart from Madame Serenity and your lackey.
Off the street, I mean.
No one. Nerves getting the better of you.
I'm not nervous, just cautious. A trait you ought to nurture as well.
I know, and I am. Went about the streets for a time to lose any tales. I've worked in intelligence as long as you have. I need no lessons in spycraft.
fair enough.
Nice to chat and all, Geralt, but don't you have a job to do?
Thank you for agreeing to do this, Geralt.
And
The
it-
sooner you finish, the better.
Anytime. Right. So yeah, as I was saying, once again, if Radovid dies, then for me, Nilfgaard has a much better chance of taking over the north. But then again, as you say, if Radovid survives and was to somehow win the war, mages and witches would just be culled to no end. So yeah, I don't have much hope. Right. So we have some updates on our characters. Irina Renata, this is a woman we're going to meet to ask about to deliver the script. Let's try and lure Dudu out. Irina Renata's vast experience in the performing arts have made her not just the informal leader of the Mummers troupe known as the Foxen, but its brightest star as well. This talented artist was famous for her brilliant performances as the leading lady in both comedies and tragedies. Her performance in such acclaimed plays as Love in a Time of Contempt, The Barber of Kavir, and Seven Brides for Seven Emperors had made her name well known to any with even a modicum of interest in culture and the arts. She is a famous, famous person. So, anyone who thought Dijkstra had broken all ties with the world of political schemers and plotters was sorely mistaken. His great comeback was to be a patriotic act that would free Redania from the rule of a madman, the assassination of King Radovid. Will it work, though? That's the big question. The terror of Radovid's reign had led not just his enemies, but also his allies and even his subjects to long for his death. Yeah, he is a madman, let's be honest. And there you go, we got Vernon Roach as well, don't we? Sometime later it was revealed that Roach had took part in a conspiracy to assassinate Radovid. He had realised that once the war was over, this mad king would offer no prospect of a free Temeria, making Roach himself a liability and potential foe. Yeah, he obviously didn't like dealing with Radovid anyway, so it's no surprise that he's turned to this. Right, yeah, let's actually put some boots on. We've got no gloves on either. What the hell have we been doing? Do we just forget to re-equip them after our ball at the what are they called? The Vagabuds, that's the one. Right. So we need to go and talk to the Redanian liaison, who is apparently just on the bridge there. Okay, well we can go and do that fairly simply, I think. Right, so we're going to end this episode here, guys. Next episode we shall press on south and go and talk to said liaison. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you all in the next episode of The Witcher 3. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.